I'm Denise with Artist at Heart Paint Party. You have to customize it. Make something that you like. Make it personal to you. However that is. Oh! That's so cute! I love his little hat. You could be painting your bunny in. This is a pretty spring bunny, and I think that nice, lighter, softer colors look really nice for spring pastel. As big or as small as you want it.
Hey, Niecy.
Hey, Rach.
Can you slow down a little bit?
Sure thing. Actually, I thought it was almost looking like a butterfly, but I thought it would be cool, and I had an apple today, so I saved the core.
That's great.
I wasn't sure if it would work or not, but I thought I'd give it a try.
Yeah, I really like that you're reusing the material that might not seem to have a purpose. It might have otherwise been thrown out.
Right. Well, hi, everyone. I am so excited and thankful to be here with you. I'm Denise with Artist at Heart. Hey, I have my Cleveland Browns sweatshirt on because when I think of Thanksgiving, I think of being thankful for you guys for creating with me. I'm thankful for my family and friends. And I always think also of football. And because I'm from Cleveland Browns. So that's why I have my football shirt on today. And I really want to share with you guys my favorite Thanksgiving books because I love a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And I have a smaller one that's really simple. So while I'm going to read this one, which is really quick, you guys need paper, pencil, and something to color with. It could be crayons, markers, colored pencil, paint, whatever you have is great, but definitely grab some paper, maybe some practice paper for a sloppy copy. Make sure you have an eraser too. I always have big erasers around because I tend to make mistakes. Yeah, you guys, I make mistakes. It's our secret. All right, so Peanuts, Be Thankful, Be Giving by Charles M. Schulz. Charles M. Schulz is the creator of the Peanuts. And I ran to the library and got these from the library. Happy Thanksgiving, it's finally here. We'll care and we'll share, give thanks and spread cheer. Be thankful for friends, all those big and small. Family and friends are the best gifts of all. Definitely. Be giving to people and help those in need. Each day is a chance to do a good deed. Hey, if anyone wants to come over and rake my yard, I would appreciate that good deed. Be thankful for nature and what it provides. You can bake pies and other fun sides. Ooh, who knows how to bake a pie? Pumpkin pie, apple pie. Be giving all year and give from your heart. You can take the lead or just take a part. There are so many ways to show that you care. Life's full of blessings with plenty to share. Happy Thanksgiving. And there's the whole crew. Don't you just love it? And there's Snoopy, of course, with his big turkey and Woodstock. So again, love this. So that's Be Thankful, Be Giving by Charles Schulz. And let's get started. So again, I hope you guys have something. I'm going to do a quick version of this. And I know you guys, if I sketch it out in pencil, you can't see it. So, oh boy, here, I have my Sharpie here. So again, I just have a piece of paper and you could have it vertical, you could have it horizontal. You know what? I am going to start with Snoopy's nose. So it'll kind of give you an idea of how to gauge the paper. So there's Snoopy's nose. His eyes remind me of sixes. Six. Kind of like 66, right? So there's his eyes, there's his nose, and I'm going to put his mouth right here. Silly Snoopy. And then I'm going to give him some teeth. We don't often see Snoopy's teeth, do we? All right, so that gives you an idea. And now let's do his face. His neck. I'm gonna come around to his ear. And then his neck over here. And you guys, yours does not have to look like mine, okay? You don't have to keep up with me. Take your time. You can pause it. This is just for fun. You can just watch me draw. You can do your own thing. Here's his buckle. His buckle looks like, so it's a square with like the letter C inside of it. Okay, so here, this one, I'm going to do a pilgrim hat. You ready? And again, you could do the C in the buckle, or you could just make it a square or a rectangle. And then the top of the hat. And you could put some leaves, just for decoration. You could put a big juicy turkey, right? With some giant drumsticks. And then this is just like leaf, like salad or leaf on the plate, for decoration to make it look pretty. You could do the ground, right? You could put like a line on the ground, just a horizontal, not perfect, right? Wavy line. You could have whatever you want to. Just think of things. You could put Snoopy's doghouse in there, right? You could do that. I'll just sketch it out real quick. So I would do a horizontal line and then a slight diagonal line, horizontal line, vertical, and then you just kind of sketch out the little lines in the doghouse, right? So if you want, maybe he's taking the turkey to the doghouse. I don't know. Maybe the feast is inside the doghouse. I don't know. What do you guys think? Now, you guys can color. Oh, I should do the inside of his ear, right? So the inside of Snoopy's ear is black. You could do any colors you want, okay? So his nose is black, his eyes are black, the inside of his ear is black. You could make his pilgrim costume any color you want to. You don't even have to put him in a pilgrim costume. So again, that would be up to you. All right, so what I'm going to do, again, the pencil you can't really see, so I'm going to do it in Sharpie marker. But at first, I'm going to say Peanuts, A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving by Charles M. Schulz. He is the creator of Charlie Brown. All right. Look at how cute this little one is right here with Snoopy and Woodstock together. And then I'll start the practice. All right, ready? Oh! It's Thanksgiving, and Charlie Brown's friend Lucy can't wait to celebrate. Charlie Brown, I'll hold this football and you kick it, Lucy says. Oh, you can't fool me, says Charlie Brown. I'll come running up and you'll pull the football away like you always do. But one of the best traditions is the Thanksgiving football game, says Lucy. And the most important part is the kickoff. Charlie Brown thinks Lucy will let him kick the football if it's a holiday tradition. He runs towards the football, but she pulls it away again. Aw, Lucy, how can you do that to Charlie Brown? So that's a cute little artwork. And I just want you guys to pay attention to the colors, the lines, the faces, right? Because you can do any kind of artwork you want to. Oh my gosh. How cute, right? Later, Charlie Brown's talking with his sister Sally and his friend Linus. Why should I give thanks on Thanksgiving? Sally asks. I haven't even finished eating my Halloween candy yet. Besides, all Thanksgiving does is make more work for us in school. Linus disagrees. Thanksgiving is a very important holiday, he explains. Ours was the first country in the world to make a national holiday to give thanks. Did you know that? That would be the United States. Sally sighs and stares lovingly at Linus. Isn't he the cutest thing? Linus just rolls his eyes. What are you going to do on Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown? Sally and I are going over to our grandmother's house for dinner, Charlie Brown says. All right, on that note, I am going to start sketching out. Again, pencil, you can't really see it. So right in the middle, you guys, towards the top, I'm going to sketch out Woodstock. And again, you don't have to have Woodstock if you don't want to. All right. But I'm going to put Woodstock at the top because he's flying and he's in the middle. Now his eyes are kind of like backward sixes. He's got a little smile on. Woodstock is always pretty happy, right? Okay. And then on this side, let's do Snoopy. And I'm going to start, this one's going to have Snoopy's chef hat, okay? Because Snoopy has been cooking hard in the kitchen. Now, you guys, I like to sketch it out first with pencil, but it's hard to see. But I want you to use pencil just so you can erase it. I'm just using marker so you can see it better. If I was by myself, I would be using a pencil. But again, you guys would have a hard time seeing the pencil. So that's why I'm going to use the black marker. But I can't erase it. So if I make a mistake, I can just cover it up later. Snoopy's eye. Let's do Charlie. Little Charlie Brown. And his ear. It's like a half a circle. Charlie Brown's got a pretty big round head. I actually just made it even bigger than it. But that's okay. And then his eyes. And his nose is like a backward C. Oops, boink. All right, let's give him a little neck. So Charlie Brown's shirt is yellow with a zigzag line that makes a stripe across the front of it. That's really Charlie Brown's signature look, right? That zigzag line. And he's got some shorts on so it must be warm, right? Or a little bit warm because he's got shorts on. Or maybe it's because they're going to play football and they're going to run around. So what's going to go here? Well, that's where the turkey's going to go. So I'm going to start with a big line up and over, and then a giant drumstick. Who likes the drumstick? And Snoopy's got on his apron. Let's give him some toes over here. Let's give him some lines in his hat. And if you guys want to write the word Thanksgiving, you can write the word Thanksgiving. So do you know how many letters there are in Thanksgiving? THANKSGIVING. 12 letters. Did you guys come up with 12 letters? Thanksgiving together. It's a compound word. When you combine two words together to make one, thanks and giving. So it's a compound word. All right, you guys. So again, you guys finish sketching out your artwork. And if you want to put like a little bit of grass in here, you can put some grass in your background here. You could put a tree in the background. You could put Snoopy's doghouse in the background. Remember, you could do it whatever you want to. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to catch up, and I'm going to keep reading. As soon as they get back home, Charlie Brown gets a call from Peppermint Patty. My dad said I could join you for Thanksgiving, she says. I don't mind inviting myself over since I know you kind of like me, Chuck. Charlie Brown tries to explain that he is going to his grandmother's house for dinner, but Peppermint Patty keeps talking over him. By the way, I told Marcy and Franklin about the big turkey dinner you're having, so you can count on the three of us for dinner. Peppermint Patty has invited herself, Marcy, and Franklin over for Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm not even going to be home, Charlie Brown groans to Linus. Linus has an idea. You can have two dinners. Cook the first one for your friends, and then go to your grandmother's house with your family for the second one. Hey, that's a pretty good idea. But there's one flaw to Linus's plan. Charlie Brown doesn't know how to cook. All I can make is cold cereal and toast, Charlie Brown admits. Linus isn't discouraged. Maybe we could help. He says, Snoopy, go out to the garage and get a table for the backyard. Snoopy salutes Linus and gets to work. Snoopy and Woodstock find an old ping pong table and they bring it outside. Then Snoopy sets up chairs around the table, lawn chairs, beach chairs, rocking chairs, enough for everyone. To top it off, they add a pretty tablecloth, set the table, and even fold the napkins for each place setting. Now that the table is ready, Snoopy, Woodstock, Charlie Brown, and Linus start to make Thanksgiving dinner. Linus and Charlie Brown set up toasters and put in slices of bread. Once the bread is toasted, Snoopy butters all the pieces and stacks them on a serving plate. While Linus and Charlie Brown get the popcorn, jelly beans, and pretzels, Snoopy and Woodstock disappear for a minute, and then they return dressed up like pilgrims. Charlie Brown isn't impressed. How can you serve the food in that ridiculous outfit? He scolds Snoopy. The guests will be here. Snoopy sighs and reaches for his chef's hat. Soon, Peppermint Patty, Marcy, and Franklin arrive and follow Charlie Brown out to the big table in the backyard. It's time for dinner. Snoopy is about to serve the guests when Peppermint Patty cuts in. Shouldn't we say grace first? She asks. Linus stands up. In the year 1621, the Pilgrims had their first Thanksgiving feast. Elder William Brewster, who was a minister, said a prayer that went something like this. We thank God for our homes and for food and for our safety in our new land. We thank God for the opportunity to create a new world for freedom and justice. Amen, Peppermint Patty says. Snoopy lifts the lid off the big platter and reveals the feast. Freshly popped popcorn, colorful jelly beans, salty pretzel sticks, and a stack of hot buttered toast. He loads up each guest's plate and sends it wailing over to them. Okay, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to start my coloring. So again, you guys can color it however you want to. Okay, I have actually, how'd yours come out? I have another one that I did too where I colored in the eyes already. Oh, I wanted to show you too, different ways you guys could do it. Ready? Look, you could do Thanksgiving. So remember before I was telling you guys how you can count the letters? So if you want to write the word Thanksgiving, I told you, and you probably figured it out too, there's 12 letters in Thanksgiving, right? So when I center a word, I find the middle letters, right? So the two middle letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the S and the G. So if you want to center it on your paper, S and G are in the middle, and then put the K and the I, and then work your way out. That way you won't run off the side of the paper. So this one is done with colored pencil. This one is done with magic marker. And I'm going to paint mine. But you guys, again, I want you to use whatever supplies that you have. So you could be using crayons, colored pencils. So Snoopy's skin is like a peachy color. But again, you could use whatever you have. If you want, you can use yellow. If you have a crayon that's a peachy color, or a tan color would be good also. Look, I'm just going to paint over all of his details, all of his features, his nose, his eyes, because you know what? I can go over them again later. It would just take me forever to paint around them. So I'll re-outline it later. And I just accidentally went out of the line a little bit, but that's okay. It happens. So his ears are going to be peach, and his neck, and his arm. And again, you guys could be using crayons or colored pencils, magic marker. I'm going to do a little bit of his skin. He's got socks on. Don't forget his ears. I went out of the line a little bit, but that's okay. All right, and then you guys know Woodstock is yellow, right? So look, again, you can be using any color pencil, yellow. It could be bright yellow, yellow orange. So you guys know yellow is a primary color, right? And look, I covered up all of his features, but I'm going to go back over it later. Again, I'll re-outline it once it's dry. And we know that Charlie Brown's shirt is yellow. So while I have my yellow, I might as well do Charlie Brown's shirt, right? Now, to me, that's a little bit bright for Charlie Brown's shirt. So if you guys have a yellow like that is more of a yellowy golden, I made Woodstock pretty bright, but this is just a little bit deeper of a yellow. If you have only one yellow, that's fine. So we know the stripe is black. So I'm just going to leave the stripe alone. Do the bottom of his shirt. And you guys can make his shorts any color you want to, right? It doesn't have to look like mine. Use your favorite colors. All right, so we got Woodstock. You know, we could do while that's drying is we could do some of the grass at the bottom. And again, it could be dirt. If you want it to be dirt, it's fine. So I'm going to do mine green, but you guys, look at all the oranges and browns, right? Because it's a fall Thanksgiving picture. But I'm going to change mine a little bit. So again, you guys do the colors you want to do. So I'm going to do like green grass down here. But again, they are about to play football, right? So maybe it's brown like they're going to play football on the dirt. So this is how you customize it and make it your own. Now, as it goes farther back, I'm just going to use a little bit of a deeper green. So that green was like a yellow green. So if you have a crayon that's like a yellow green, you could do that. And then blend up into like the darker green. I'll go up to right about there. So I'm giving that time to dry. I'm going to go around his apron bow. I'm going to go in, don't forget inside of here where he's stepping. That should be colored in too. When I did it earlier, when I was coloring it in, I forgot to color that part and it looked funny. So make sure you get in there. Around Charlie Brown's shoes. I'm going to just go up about that far. And you guys do not have to keep up with me, right? I need a little bit more deeper green. Oops. And just stuck my finger in the blue. Okay. Where's my paper towels? Do you guys know I'm messy? I feel like what's the messy one? Who's the messy one in the where's my paper towels? There they are across the room. Who's the messy character? Sorry, I gotta get this blue off my finger before it ends up everywhere. I saw him in the book. It's not Franklin, is it? All right, let's get a little bit more. Oh, this is a dark green. This is not the same green, but that's okay. This is more of a, you guys will see. It's a little bit of a deeper green. That's okay. So what do you do if you want to use a deeper green and you don't have one? You could add a little bit of black to it. If you want a yellow green and you don't have yellow green, you could add a little bit of yellow to it. You can even mix color pencils and crayons together just by coloring them together on your artwork. It's so fun to experiment. And what happens if you don't like it? Well, then you do it again. You do it again. You do it again. And every time you do it, it's going to get better. This is not the first time I've done this, you guys. I have to practice before I do this with you. And I still make mistakes. It's okay. It's fun. You could turn this into a card. You could give it to your family. You could put it on your refrigerator. Right? So now I'm going to put a little bit of darker green in here and I love to see the brush strokes. I think the brush strokes really help out. So now we're going to let that dry. All right, let's go back to our book. Where was I? I always lose my place, you guys. Oh, yeah. Peppermint Patty frowns. What kind of Thanksgiving dinner is this? Where's the turkey, cranberry sauce, and pumpkin pie, Chuck? She asked Charlie Brown. Don't you know anything about Thanksgiving dinners? What blockhead made all of this? She throws down her popcorn in disgust. Is that nice to do? That's not very nice. And that's not being thankful. Of course, Charlie Brown. Snoopy pulls his chef's hat over his face, and Charlie Brown gets up and walks away from the table. You were kind of rough on Charlie Brown, Marcy said to Peppermint Patty. Rough? Peppermint Patty shouts. We were supposed to be served a real Thanksgiving dinner. But did he invite you here? Marcy asked. Or did you invite yourself and us too? Peppermint Patty thinks for a minute. She knows Marcy is right. Marcy, maybe you could go to Chuck and patch things up for me. Marcy isn't so sure that's a good idea. I think maybe you should go to Chuck and tell him yourself, she says. I'll just ruin everything. You go and speak to him. I love that little chair. Look at the details of that chair. And look at poor Snoopy hiding. All right, let's take a break. Let's go back. All right, so you guys decide what color is Snoopy's apron going to be? I'm going to make mine orange. So let's see, where is his apron? This is his apron right here. Yours could be any color you want. It doesn't have to be orange. I'm just thinking of warm Thanksgiving colors. He's got like the little part up here. Right? That's his little apron. And then you could leave a chef hat white if you want to. And then what about the turkey? I don't know if this is going to be too light. What do you guys think? Like a light brown? Or you can use a dark brown. I'm going to start with a light brown. You can make your turkey orange too if you want. I'm going to mix a little bit of darker brown in there. Let's see. Does that look more like a turkey color? Do you have a favorite part of the turkey? Do you like the leg, the white meat, the wishbone? Does that look like a turkey? A little bit. And then underneath that plate was like the green, oops, my paintbrush just rolled off the table. So like this is like the dressing on the plate, like just for decoration or the salad, maybe your turkeys on potatoes. Do you guys eat sweet potatoes? What else? I'm trying to not do the black yet. We could do his shoes brown. What do you think? Charlie's shoes could be brown. Charlie Brown has brown shoes. Are those too dark? That kind of looks like a football. Hey, could you put a football in your picture? Sure, if you want to, you could add a football. And that plate, what color should we do the plate? We could leave the plate white. Gray. You can make gray with a little bit of black and white. Let's see. So this is going to be the platter, right? So I have all of my grandmother's platters from when she used to make these amazing feasts for Thanksgiving, and they're all like silver and beautiful. My grandmother used to cook everything. It was amazing. So I'm still waiting on the black. I like to use black last. Oh, Snoopy could have an oven mitt on because it's hot, right? Look at his oven mitt. You see his oven mitt? So maybe I do a red because I don't want it to mix into his apron. So maybe his oven mitt is red. But you can make it match because the platter's hot, right? Hot platter. All right, you guys, now I am going to do my background light blue because I want it to make the foreground stand out. So let's see if this is light enough. You could leave it white. See, I'm going to have to change it a little bit because it's going to end up blending into that platter, my silver platter. Hey, if you have silver, you can use silver. I just use gray. Do you guys eat on fancy dishes at Thanksgiving? My grandma always used to have all the fancy china come out. I actually have it now. But you have to hand wash all of it. So yeah, it's a lot more work, right? But it's a special holiday. And you guys could do your background any color. It does not have to look like mine. Right? Use your favorite color. Just remember, you want it to have contrast so that whatever you color the background, you want to still be able to see your turkey and Charlie Brown's shirt. I'm using a smaller brush as I go around this because it's still wet. Now you guys can take your time and let it dry. Even around Woodstock, I'm going to use a small brush. Because blue and yellow are two primary colors, right? And if I mix them together, I'm going to end up with green. I don't want green in my sky. And again, isn't that blue is it too bright? I mean, how would I lighten it? I would add white to it. Wow. Oh my gosh, my palette's pretty messy, you guys. So someone just asked me to show my palette. So here's my palette. Okay. So there's my yellow, my blue. I mixed up some gray, some brown, some peach. But the thing is, you guys, I like you to use any colors you want to. I always have black and white, the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, and then you can make your other colors, right? So you can make orange if you mix yellow and a little bit of red together. You can mix green with blue, just a little bit of blue and more yellow. So as long as you have the three primary colors, you guys can make the other colors. And brown, you just mix all the colors together. Now, you can also buy brown. You can also have brown paint. You could also have a brown crayon or a brown colored pencil. And again, even if you're coloring with crayons or magic marker or colored pencil, you can still re-outline it at the end just to make all the details stand back out. Again, I'm just using a little bit of a smaller brush here just to outline it all. Let's go around Woodstock here. Do you think Woodstock likes that they're having turkey for dinner? Maybe Woodstock is a vegetarian. Woodstock's just going to eat the salad. All right. So and you guys, again, don't have to keep up with me, but I'm just going to get the background filled in before, and then I'm going to go back to the book. Do you have a favorite thing that you do on Thanksgiving? Do you have a tradition? Do you tell stories? Does someone cook their special recipe, like a secret recipe for stuffing candied yams? I know as a kid I did not like candied yams, but boy, I love them now. I actually make a corn souffle that the kids love. So every year they're like, please make the corn souffle. Rachel's coming home from college and Richie's coming home from Kentucky where his job is. And Joe, and they're like, could you please make the corn souffle this year? I said yes. So it's pretty easy, but it is really good. I'm going to blend that in a little better. I'm trying to think what else. As a kid, like picking mushrooms out of the stuffing. Do you guys have mushrooms in your stuffing? I know kids don't really usually like mushrooms, but as a kid I didn't, but boy, do I love them now. It's funny how everything changes, right? Your palate changes. I feel a sneeze coming on. Do you guys ever get that tickle and then you're wondering, is it going to go away or is it going to come out? Excuse me. Thank you. All right. Yep, that one didn't, it tickled for a minute and then it came. I'm glad. Oh, I hate when they tickle, 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 goes away, comes back, tickle, tickle, tickle. You guys could do Charlie Brown socks. You could leave them white. They could match his shirt. You want to make them match his shirt or his shorts? What color did we decide what color shorts we're going to give Charlie Brown? So I'm going to do his socks, yellow to match his shirt, his classic Charlie Brown shirt. What about Snoopy's collar? What color do you want his collar to be? Do you want to do red? Remember, it's got to stand out. I don't want to do blue because it's got to be different than the background. It could be, and I don't want it to be orange because then it's going to look like it's part of the apron. So let's just do his collar red. All right. That's funny that that's dark over there, right? I mean, to me, it looks funny. Like it's just dark over there, but nowhere else. So what could I do? I could put a little bit more dark over here. And if you don't have a dark green, again, you could put a little black in it. I just don't want just that area to be dark. So I'm just going to kind of make it dark over here. There, that looks better. It gives it a little bit of balance, right? It's not perfect. I'm just tap, 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 tap. Give it a little texture. All right. So you want to do Charlie? I think Charlie Brown shorts should be black. All right. Should we start the blacks? So you guys, the details, like the nose, you could do the whole nose black if you want to. So look on this one. So this is done in markers. Okay, so look at the little highlight on his nose, and there's some highlight in his ear and highlight on the stripe, or you can do it solid black. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna do, we'll see if we like it. We'll leave a little bit of white. What do you think? Do you like the highlight on there? Or do you like it solid black? His ear, I'm gonna do solid black. So it's easier to leave a little bit of highlight, see if you like it, and then if you don't, you just color the whole thing in. Ooh, I'm gonna leave the black. And then Charlie Brown shorts, we said we're gonna do black. And that stripe, you guys, is black too. Zigzag, right? Up, down, up, down. That's a zigzag line, which makes a big, thick zigzag stripe on his shirt. Did you see any trick-or-treaters this year dressed like Charlie Brown? I don't know how it's Thanksgiving already. It was just Halloween the other day, right? Not really, but I mean, I can't believe it's been a month already. All right, so now, what else is black, you guys, other than the outline? Okay, well, let's go back to the book. Again, here's marker. So look at how light blue, and then the ground is brown. Here's colored pencil. You can use crayon. You can leave the letters white. You can make them look like the book cover. Oh no, I closed the book. Now I don't know where I was. Well, I know that Lucy, no, it wasn't. Peppermint Patty was not being nice, right? Did she apologize yet, you guys? That's why I should read the book all at one time. Let me see. Oh yeah, remember the cute chair. Back in the house, Marcy finds Charlie Brown in the living room, looking upset. Peppermint Patty didn't mean all those things she said, Marcy tells him. Actually, she really likes you. Ooh. I'm just sorry I ruined everyone's Thanksgiving, he moans. But Marcy knows Charlie Brown is missing the point. Thanksgiving isn't just about eating, she says. We should be thankful for being together. That's what Thanksgiving is all about. Peppermint Patty sneaks up behind the two of them. Apologies accepted. She asks. Apologies accepted? That question mark changes it, right? Apologies accepted? She asks, offering to shake hands with Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown smiles and shakes her hand. Aw, Charlie Brown's so nice. Yes, Leona, you guys, I already put the link in. So Leona wants to show what she's done, but I'll post it again. It's in the comments right in the beginning. I gave you guys the link to come on. Do you see it? Here, I'll give it to you guys again. All right, there's the link to come on camera. Sorry if you're watching recorded, you can't come on, but if you're here live, you can join us. And I'll bring you on if you want to share. Do you guys ever lose your place when you're reading a book? Just then the clock chimes. Good grief, Charlie Brown cries. It's 4 o'clock. He and Sally are supposed to be at their grandmother's house in half an hour. Charlie Brown picks up the phone and dials his grandmother's number. Charlie Brown starts to tell his grandmother that they're going to be late for dinner because their friends haven't eaten yet. But after a minute, he breaks into a huge grin. Everyone, Charlie Brown, Sally, Franklin, Linus, Peppermint Patty, and Mercy, is invited to Thanksgiving dinner at grandmother's house. My grandmother would have done the same thing and invited everybody over too. Peppermint Patty runs to the backyard. We're all invited to Charlie Brown's grandmother's for Thanksgiving dinner, she cries. Everyone cheers. After the gang piles into the car, they settle into their seats and wave goodbye to Snoopy and Woodstock. Isn't there an old song about going to grandmother's house? Marcy asks. Peppermint Patty nods, and all the kids start to sing. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. You know that song? Aww. And then, you know that? Isn't that how the grandmother and the parents sound? But my grandmother would not have had popcorn and jelly beans on the table. I don't even think my grandmother ever ate popcorn. Back at Snoopy's doghouse, Snoopy and Woodstock put the finishing touches on their own Thanksgiving dinner with pumpkin pie for dessert. I love pumpkin pie. Thanksgiving is always special, especially when you celebrate it with friends. Aw. And look at the cute little drawing of Woodstock. See, even if you just have a pencil drawing, it's super cute. And then look at how cute this is on the back. Look at that. So that's like Woodstock with turkey feathers. Don't you love that? You guys, this is SimonandSchuster.com Kids, where you can find more. But I love that Woodstock turkey. And Leona's here. Yay! All right, let's see what Leona's got going on over there. I see her painting. Hi, Leona. Oh, I don't think your sound is on. Can you turn your sound on for me? We got to hear Leona. Ooh, what you got there? Let me see. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That is so cool. I wish I could hear you. You can't figure out how to turn the sound on? Oh, she left, but she's going to come back. She's going to work on the sound. That's okay. Wait, let me see. She come back on? Let's remove. Add to stream. Did it work? No. Boo. All right, she's going to leave and come back, Leona. Come back if you think you can figure it out, because I haven't seen you in so long. We miss you. And I'm so thankful for you to be here with me, Leona. All right, so you guys, what I'm going to do now is I am going to outline my artwork, okay? So again, if you use colored pencils or crayons or markers, you can outline it, you can cut it out, you can put it on construction paper. Let's see. So I need a thin marker, paintbrush. Let's do Charlie Brown's. So just a little bit of outline, brings it back to stand out. You see how it's like just kind of coming back? It defines it. I loved Leona's creation. I thought it was really cool. Do you see how she thinks outside the box, how different her artwork was? Now you don't have to outline your artwork, but I for this one, I think it looks good outlined. I think I'm going to get a smaller brush. So you guys, remember, use whatever colors you want. Just make sure you have contrast so that your artwork stands out. So I didn't want to do my background like yellow because then the yellow would blend into Woodstock and Charlie Brown. So you want to pick different colors for your background. Do you like it outlined or not? Do you like it better outlined? Because it kind of cleans up the edges. So where I went outside of the line, I'm just covering it up, right? I'm covering up my mistakes. So it makes it stand out a little bit, right? You guys, Leona has been creating with us for, wow, almost 2 years, Leona. Can you believe it? March will be 2 years. So you guys can tell me, do you like it better outlined or not? That's what you want to decide what you're going to do to yours. And you know what? Some of these really tiny lines, maybe I just wait for it to dry and use a black marker, like the little lines in his eyes, because they're so little. Even Charlie Brown's face, if I wanted to, I could. See how messy that is right there? The blue and the skin color. So watch, I'm just gonna do the black line and it cleans it up. Now I could use a marker if I waited for it to dry. That's okay, Leona. Leona messaged that she's having trouble with sound. That's okay, Leona. We love that you shared with us. I miss seeing your creations. Leona's very unique. She loves coming up with different designs and ideas. So if you guys don't have a skin color, you could use yellow. You can mix yellow and orange and white together. You can take your brown and mix some white into it and lighten it up. All right, I just got my blotch of my finger in the black, so I'm just going to cover that up. Can you see that? See, I just mixed it in. So you guys know I make mistakes all the time. I just cover them up. So I feel like, all right, I don't want to get the library book dirty, but if I had to be one character in this book that I feel like I am, like, not that I love them all, okay, but I saw him in here. I just can't remember his name. Who's the Pigpen? You guys, Pigpen. Wasn't he in the book somewhere? I swear I saw Pigpen in here somewhere. Was Pigpen not in here? You know, he's got like that dirty. Oh, I bet you he's in the poem book. That's how sometimes, because I'm so messy. Yeah, that's what I feel like after I'm done painting, okay? I'm just kind of messy. I try really hard to be neat, but I don't know, somehow I get paint all over the place. It's all over. But I really do try to be neater. It just doesn't come easy for me. So some people are neater than others. My little sister Darcy's very neat and organized, and she really tries to help me be neat and organized. Even as a kid, she would help me try to organize my bedroom, my clothes. But it just, again, it's not easy. Some people, again, love that, love organizing and sorting stuff. What did I forget over here? I knew I forgot over here. Oh, in the ear. Snoopy's ear. So here, again, you guys, the primary colors, red, blue, yellow, okay? Black and white. So primary colors, red, blue, yellow, black and white, and then any other colors you want to make. So brown, you can make with orange and yellow and white. You could add a little black to it. Green, you mix yellow and blue, you're going to get green. Yellowish green, you just add a little bit more yellow to it, right? Ooh, I didn't do the turkey. You guys could write up your own Thanksgiving poem, your own Thanksgiving card, write down what you're most thankful for. Share it with your family. What's the best part of Thanksgiving? Is it playing football? Is it watching I know the Browns don't play on Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure. I don't know a lot about football, but I'm pretty sure Browns won't be playing. All right, you guys, I should know this. Is it college football that plays on Thanksgiving? I know it's like a whole day of football. Okay, I do know that much. It's like eat early. I don't know about you guys. Eat early, watch football, take a nap, and then have leftover sandwiches at night. Do you guys do that? Or is that just me? Okay, I love turkey sandwich. White bread with like lettuce and tomato and mayonnaise. And then again, here's the tray, the serving tray. There's a little line down here. What do you think? You could also do your own little be thankful with Charlie Brown hugging Snoopy. A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving by Charles Schulz. Marker. Color pencil. Oh, I didn't do this one. Okay, what about... All right, you guys. So again, you guys can finish up whatever it is you're working on. Oh, I just got paint all over that. Okay. While you're here, real quick, you guys could do, look at the background, all warm colors. It transitions from reds to oranges, right? All the way down. You guys could do, just because I have, let's do his nose solid black here. And those sixes, right? Don't those look like sixes? And the hat, you guys, you could do whatever colors you want to. I have a little bit leftover paint, so you can use whatever colors you want. If you don't like turkey, don't even make a turkey. You can make it a pizza. Wouldn't that be funny? Snoopy's got a pizza. Or popcorn. Or jelly beans. The key is to think outside the box. Use the colors that you like. It doesn't have to look like mine. It should look like yours. And Leona was a perfect example of that. Right, Leona? So I'm so happy she shared with us. Because Leona loves to do her own thing. And it's always different. Okay, you guys do what you want. So if I'm doing his hat blue, I don't want to do the background blue, right? And his nose is dripping. Oh, I put too much black there. Look, his nose he's got a runny nose. Oh no. All right, well, again, that one, I'm just rushing now. Because you know what? I'm tired. Do you guys get tired after an hour? All right, so you know what? This will just be my sloppy copy. Bye, sloppy copy. All right, you guys. So what I want you to do is keep creating. Be thankful. I'm thankful for you. I'm so thankful for you. I'm thankful for Leona sharing. And you guys, I'm thankful for so many things. My family, my friends. I'm thankful for art and expressing myself. And again, I want you guys to have a wonderful, safe Thanksgiving season. All right. And if you want to add, I didn't even do this, but if you want to add leaves to your background or a tree or Snoopy's doghouse, go ahead. And you guys, I will see you again real soon. Keep creating. Think outside the box. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. Go Browns. Bye. I want to make sure no one else is coming on. Let me just double check. I feel so bad sometimes when I end and then people pop in after. I'm like, Let's just make sure. And Susan, thank you for all your comments, Susan. Susan, one day you're coming on camera. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. Bye.